Hello YouTube, Slacker Stacker here. Tonight I have a special announcement to make. But before I make that actual announcement, let me give you just I'll try to be brief, but a little bit of a history before that led up to it, okay? So, when I first started my channel on YouTube, I really didn't know much anything about stacking and all, and then I learned watching all the videos, but one of the things that caught my eye and impressed me was logo bars. And the first one I ever saw was Salivate Metal's coin of his logo. And, you know, it's unique. It's definitely him. It's got his name, and it shows his YouTube channel on there. It's 1 ounce of silver. I like the font of his name. And it, it has the multitude of gratitude, which is like his catchphrase etched into it. And I knew then that someday I wanted to get a channel bar, coin, round, something that spoke Slacker Stacker. And I knew then I really needed to have some type of a logo. So I contacted my brother, Bad Karma. And Bad Karma is a phenomenal artist. I mean, he can do anything. Painting, oil, like paintings and oils, and any type of medium, like sculpture, pencil, pen and ink, charcoal, you name it, he can do it. And he's also a very accomplished graphic artist, and he's got a lot of his work is out there. So I contacted Bad Karma, told him what I wanted to do, that I needed a logo that was not copyrighted, something that could be uniquely me. And he said, okay, Stacker, I'm busy, but I'll do it for you. I'll get it done. So while he was working on that, I watched video after video after video on YouTube, and I started to see more and more people having logo bars. There's Silver Saver with her logo bar, Laura Blade, and there's 2 of hers. One, the little square one, I think is kind of an older one, but then her latest is the triangular one with the skull. There's Stacking AG47. Love his logo. And then it just on and on. I kept seeing these logo bars, and it just made me more determined. Well, Bad Karma calls me up and says, I've got you a logo, I'm going to send you the files. And I was like, okay, thanks, Bad. I'm glad you did that. Let me take a look. And so this is what he came up with. This is the original Slacker Stacker logo. And I just love the little dragon sitting on the coins, and he's levitating magically, that little coin up above his claw. And that really fits the Slacker Stacker name. There's meaning to that, hidden meaning. And I'd love to hear you guys what you think all this means. Now, I've told some of you, so it's not fair if you spill the beans, but those who I haven't, I'd like to hear your opinions on just what that means. So anyway, now it came time to figure out what I wanted to do. There's no way I'm going to get, I'm only like 2 months old, maybe 100 subscribers, maybe just 1 or 2 more than that, and there was no way I was going to be able to get a die cut and to make an actual round or coin. I didn't know any mints that I could collaborate with to tool up and make these things and punch them out. And I like bars. I really started with bars, and I found that I just really love poured silver, the look and feel of poured silver. That to me is just perfect. I love those Atlantis bars. It's the core of my stack. And and through all this time, I found all my friends, my pourers and my pouring friends and Metals Mafia, who create just beautiful works of art in poured silver. So I kind of went that route. A bar would be a lot easier. Really, all I would need is a stamp. But my dilemma was how do I turn this into a stamp? And I really didn't know who to go to. Now, I watched the pourers on their videos, and they were stamping things all the time. And most of them don't have storefront websites. Most of them you just have to contact directly. And at that time, I didn't really know them. The only one that really I found a storefront site for was this guy here. oh, come on, there we go. Pit Bullion. And I'd heard that name and seen a lot of his videos, and I knew he was associated with some of the other pours like the Bear, Stacking AG47, one of my oldest supporters. And so I sent him an email, and I told Pit, you know, this is what I want to do. I want to get some bars, and I want to make a stamp, and I want to make some Slacker Stacker bars, you know, but I don't know anything about it. You know, and he's as busy as he is, and as big a no name as I was, you know, I just kind of figured, you know, I'd be a small fry, but boy, he didn't even hesitate. Go here, talk to these people, do this. This is where you need to go. And thank you, sir, I will do that. And so I went, I looked at the forums, and there was still a lot I didn't quite understand. I mean, I have no experience, and so I went back to Pitt. And I was afraid to bug him, you know, poor guy. But hey, he didn't phase him. I don't know how big do I need this? What's the maximum size? You know what? And he gave millimeter. It needs to be this millimeters, that millimeters. It needs to be these dimensions. It needs to be this particular, made for this particular application, and make sure it states this metal, this metal, this metal. All the information I could ever use. And so I went back, filled out the forms, and later, well, in the process, I found out that the size would not accommodate this. Even though I loved the logo, it was just, it would lose all the detail. I just couldn't do it. It would just be a little blob. And so I finally came to the decision to, and this sounds horrible, but cut off the dragon's head. Because, you know, I really like the face and the shape of the dragon's profile. And it really, you know, that's me. I'm a dragon man, so that's how I ended up with Slacker Stacker. And I told Bad Karma, you know, look, I can't use the full logo. I'm going to have to simplify it, use just a small portion because I'll lose all the detail. And this is eventually what we came up with, my current logo of Slacker Stacker. So the bar came in, and I was really happy about that. I had been saving up some silver, some generic silver for melt, and so I contacted Pit Bullion again. And I said, okay, I've got the stamp, and I've got the silver, 20 ounces of silver. I'm willing to melt. He quoted me a price to do the job, and it was very reasonable. And so I told him okay. So I sent it to Pitt, and that's when a little bit of time later, and not a whole lot of time. Pitt's pretty quick on the bench. I'm telling you, it surprised me because, you know, again, I didn't know it, but Pitt does good work. And this is what I got. I got 10 2-ounce Slacker Stacker bars. Stamped 2 ounces, the 999 fine silver. And a lot of you guys have seen these, and several of you out there have them. And there's the logo right there. There's the stamp, my dragon stamp. And Pitt is famous for his pour lines, and they're almost become known as Pit lines. But it's just a beautiful piece. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow. I've really got a personal piece. I have a branded, marked piece of silver that is a Slacker Stack. It's me. And it was just the greatest feeling. And so I will admit that the first 10 were a test batch. I wanted to see if anybody would be interested. Now, that and just to say, I've got my own thing. But when word got out, I hadn't even put them in the safe yet. And I already had offers for trades. Laura Blade, Stacking AG47, first two. I mean, right off the bat, they wanted to trade, and others came along. So there was an interest for them, and I was really surprised because I think by then I was what, 4 or 5 months into the game. My subscribership had risen some, but I mean, I was nothing like these larger channels. So it was a dream come true for me. Well, and this is where the announcement comes in. I think Pitt really liked the get-go of having the idea, wanting to achieve this goal, and all the work I put into it, and all the research, and you know, talking to the people who know what they're doing, and got my own slacker bar. So he gave me an offer I couldn't refuse. I get it, Don. Now that's when I found out that he's actually the leader and Don of Metals Mafia. And that all these other guys I've been watching, that they were part of Metals Mafia. So, but no, he gave me an offer to sell my bars on his site. He would list it, and he has. And this is what I want to show you. I'm going to move to my monitor here. And Pit he did exactly what he said he was going to do. Here is Pit Bullion's site, and I will put the link to the site in the description so you can easily get to this website. But I sent him my stamp. You know, he kept the stamp. I sent it back to him. I said, "You just keep it, because if I'm going to get any more poured, I'm going to, you know, we have our deal, and I trust you. You've done the test batch, so you're my pourer." So as promised, you can see he has all kinds of great stuff. You know, anywhere from 10th ounce, quarter ounce, half ounce, you know, 1 ounce. You know, it's got some fractional in there. And now we get into the 2 ounce pieces, and I believe it going all the way up. He actually gets to kilo. So this guy he can pour anything. And here is the Metals Mafia bar, which recently came out, and I had to get one of those. So yeah, there's the Metals Mafia bar, and it is serialized. I've got a number 3 on it. There it is. So Metals Mafia bar number 3, and right below that, Kerpow Slacker bars. Slacker Stacker 2 ounce listed on this site. Oh, I couldn't be more excited about that. And Pit, I cannot thank you enough for your patience, for your expertise, and for helping me get this thing to be a reality. To even the listed on your site, that's just a huge thing for me. When you gave me that offer, I was just like blown away. I couldn't believe it was happening. So thank you for that, sir. I really, really appreciate it. And we're going to see what they do. But these two, like the Metals Mafia bars, it's a 2 ounce bar, 999 silver. I'm going to look at the back of it with the pour lines, and they are serialized. The test batch of 10 were not, because they were a test batch. And a lot of you have the originals. In fact, the one I've got here is the last one. And this is number 10 of the test batch, and this one is going out to Silverback Stacker because we just recently arranged a trade. I've got the tracking number today, so his part of the trade is on its way. I've got to send this one out. So Silverback, I needed it for the video, but it is going out. But I do plan on, I'm building up some more silver for melt, so I can send them to Pit and get some more bars made to have on hand for trades. But right now I'm completely out, and this is the only availability of the Slacker bars at this time. So, but again, I don't want to ramble because I'm really excited. I never dreamed this would happen, but it has. So, and you know, I wouldn't even have a channel if it weren't for all of you out there watching. You know, it's the people who come and watch the channel that make it, and without you guys, we're nothing. So a heartfelt thanks to all of you out there. If you like the bar, please go to pitbullionlv.com. That's his site name. The link will be in the descriptions. And whether you buy them or not, thank you for the support you have shown me through my time on YouTube. It's greatly appreciated. I thank all of you for watching. Anybody watching that's new, please like and subscribe. And all of you out there, stack on, my friends.